It's 2 a.m. You're exhausted. You have to wake up in 4 hours. But instead of sleeping, you're scrolling through your phone, watching random videos, doing absolutely nothing productive. And the worst part? You know exactly what you're doing to yourself, but you can't stop. If this sounds familiar, you're not lazy. You're taking revenge. Welcome to Life Mind Gym. Let me ask you something honest. How many nights this week have you stayed up way too late, even though you were completely exhausted? How many times have you told yourself, just 5 more minutes, and then suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're watching cooking videos for a recipe you'll never make? Here's the thing that nobody talks about. This isn't just procrastination. This isn't a bad habit, and you're definitely not alone. What you're experiencing has a name in psychology, and when you understand what's really happening in your brain, it's going to change everything. It's called revenge bedtime procrastination, and it's destroying an entire generation. Let me tell you about Sarah, high-performing marketing executive, wakes up at 6 a.m., back-to-back meetings until 6 p.m., comes home, makes dinner, replies to emails, helps her kids with homework, cleans up, and finally sits down at 10 p.m. She's exhausted. Her body is begging for sleep, but instead of going to bed, she pulls out her phone and scrolls, watches Netflix, reads articles she doesn't care about. It's now midnight. She has to wake up in 6 hours. She knows this, but she keeps scrolling. Why? Because for the first time all day, she finally has control. Here's the dark psychology behind revenge bedtime procrastination. Your entire day is spent doing things for other people. Your boss controls your schedule. Your clients control your attention. Your family controls your evenings. From the moment you wake up to the moment you try to sleep, you're living on someone else's terms, and your brain hates that. Humans have a fundamental psychological need for autonomy, the feeling that we control our own lives. When that's taken away during the day, your subconscious mind looks for any opportunity to take it back, and the only time you have that's truly yours, late at night, when everyone else is asleep and no one is demanding anything from you. So you stay up, not because you want to, not because you're doing something important, but because in those quiet hours, you finally feel like your time belongs to you. You're taking revenge against the day that stole your autonomy. That's why it's called revenge bedtime procrastination. You're punishing your future self to give your present self a moment of freedom. But here's where it gets darker. Research from the Netherlands found that people who experience the most revenge bedtime procrastination are those who have the least control over their daytime schedules. Workers with strict routines, parents with young children, people in demanding jobs, they're the ones staying up latest, destroying their sleep, wrecking their health, all for a few hours of feeling in control. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that this behavior is directly linked to self-regulation failure. Your rational brain knows you should sleep, but your emotional brain is screaming, "This is my time. I deserve this." And the emotional brain wins every single time. Think about what you're actually doing during these late-night hours. Are you learning something valuable? Building something meaningful? Creating anything? Number. You're scrolling through social media, watching random videos, online shopping for things you don't need, reading articles you'll forget by morning. You're not even enjoying it. You're just existing in your own time, finally. And here's the really messed up part. The worse your day was, the longer you'll stay up. The more controlled you felt, the more revenge you'll take. Which means the people who need sleep the most, the stressed, the overwhelmed, the exhausted, are the ones getting it the least. It becomes a vicious cycle. You stay up late, taking revenge. You wake up exhausted. Your day is harder. You feel less in control. So you stay up even later, taking more revenge. Your sleep debt compounds. Your health deteriorates. Your productivity crashes. Your relationships suffer. All because you're trying to steal back a few hours of autonomy. Researchers have found that chronic sleep deprivation from revenge bedtime procrastination leads to increased anxiety, depression, weakened immune system, weight gain, and impaired cognitive function. You're literally destroying your health in the name of freedom. But you already know this, don't you? You know you shouldn't stay up. You know you'll regret it tomorrow, but you do it anyway. Because in that moment, those few hours of control feel more valuable than sleep. So what's the solution? Because telling you to just go to bed earlier is useless advice. The problem isn't your willpower. The problem is that your life doesn't feel like yours. The real fix for revenge bedtime procrastination isn't better sleep hygiene. It's reclaiming autonomy during your waking hours. You need to find moments during the day where you have genuine control, even small pockets of time that are completely yours. Maybe it's a 20-minute morning routine before anyone else wakes up where you do exactly what you want. Maybe it's a lunch break where you're completely off your phone and just exist. Maybe it's setting a hard boundary at 7 p.m. where work emails don't exist. The goal isn't to fill every moment with productivity. It's to create spaces in your day where you feel autonomous, where your time is yours. So when night comes, you don't feel like you need to steal it back. Because here's the truth, those late night hours aren't freedom. They're just borrowed time that you'll pay back with interest in exhaustion, stress, and regret. Real freedom isn't staying up until 3 a.m. scrolling. Real freedom is designing a life where you don't feel the need to take revenge against your own schedule. Your brain is trying to tell you something. It's not that you don't want to sleep. It's that you want your life back. So stop taking revenge on your future self. Start taking back your daytime. Create boundaries. Protect your autonomy. Give yourself permission to have time that's actually yours, not stolen from sleep, but built into your day. Because you deserve rest and you deserve freedom. But you can't have both if you keep fighting yourself. If this hit home, do me a favor. Subscribe to Life Mind Gym and hit that notification bell. We explore the dark psychology behind everyday behaviors that nobody talks about. Drop a comment telling me what time you usually end up going to sleep. I want to know I'm not the only one fighting this battle. And if you know someone who's always exhausted but stays up late anyway, share this video with them. Let's break this cycle together.